All right, ladies. So today we're gonna be talking about why women, you, are get obsessed with guys who are emotionally unavailable. And this is something that this comes down to a lot of the things that I teach, but without the toxicity, in my opinion, right? Like if you just learn to understand why emotionally unavailable people are attractive, you could take the good of it and remove the toxic part of that behavior, and you could create this concoction where you are attractive without being the toxic type of person that usually comes with being emotionally unavailable. I'm not saying that emotionally unavailable people are toxic. It's just that they're frustrating, and that sometimes can make your mind go wild, and that's why they're attractive. But let's talk about 3 reasons why that is. All right, and I'm bring to you guys some solutions so that you guys can fix it. All right. So the first reason why you get obsessed with men who are emotionally unavailable is because their nonverbal cues communicates unconsciously and nonverbally that I'm better than you. If you could communicate something nonverbally, people will unconsciously react to it almost as though it's true. It's like me saying I'm confident. Okay. But if I non-verbally communicate my confidence to you, you're going to believe that I'm confident. Not because you hear me say I'm confident, but because you see it non-verbally. Non-verbal communication hits humans at a deeper place than words do. So if a guy is emotionally unavailable, or even a girl, to be honest with you, guy or girl, and they will communicate it non-verbally. They might say they are, but you'll notice that because non-verbal communication is the speed of your responses, the looks that they give you, how much they look at you, how much they're looking away, how fast they respond to text, how many messages they're sending you, their looks of approval, their looks of boredom. A lot of these things we pick up on it unconsciously, and we react to it. And we're getting these code signals mixed in with verbal words of positive signals, right? Because unavailable people usually verbally tell us that they're available, or usually say things to alleviate the fact that they're unavailable. You see what I'm saying? They'll say like, "Baby, I know I'm a little cold sometimes, but I like you," and that creates a fucked up type of mentality that you kind of say, "What the hell's going on?" Right? And so the nonverbal cues that they send to you usually comes down to them. Their nonverbal cues are more calm. Their nonverbal cues are there's not that much warmth. There's warmth, but not that much, and you can sense it. And we react to it through trying to get them to give you more positive cues, right? They may give you positive cues, but not as much as somebody who's emotionally available, right? And so those nonverbal cues are very attractive. And that's why I say observe people who don't like you, or observe when you meet someone that you don't like, and pay attention to your nonverbal cues, because a lot of the times that's exactly what you want to do when you find somebody that you like. The difference is that you're gonna follow through. The difference is that you're not gonna play games. But adapting the nonverbal cues of somebody who's emotionally unavailable will make you more attractive. It's as simple as that, people. All right, that's the first thing you guys have to understand. It comes down to just lowering your nonverbals, speaking slower, and responding slower, and moving slower. This is what happens when you meet someone. If you're on a date with someone and you don't find them that attractive, or you're in a position of power, like let's just say you're interviewing someone, you'll notice your nonverbal cues will all of a sudden expand. You'll take up more space. You'll speak slower. You'll respond slower. You move slower. All of those things communicate power. Communicate that I don't need anything from you. What do you have to offer me? That communicates it. But when you're not in that mindset, when somebody really likes you, you'll notice their nonverbal cues are different. They're more up in your face. They're showing more openness, right? And if you're a healthy person and you like that person, it's not going to turn you off, right? But that's one thing, is that their nonverbal cues are making you chase, right? All right. So the next thing is promises and hot and cold. People a lot of the times, most people manipulate you not because they're mean, but because they just don't want to tell you the truth. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to offend you. They don't want to tell you the truth that maybe they just don't like you, and it hurts. And so people understand that. So what they do instead, they kick the can down the road and tell you what you want to hear. They kick the can down the road, and rather than confronting you and breaking up with you, they'll tell you that they like you, or they'll lie to you outright and know that they're manipulating you. But the point is that they're unavailable, but yet they're so nice to you. They're unavailable, but yet they're still giving you something. And your ego, which is the other reason, will naturally get in front of you and say, hey, we can't lose this person. We cannot take a loss. We cannot take a loss in our record. We need to win this battle, right? But understand is that it's just the hot and coldness. The promise is that I'm not available now, but let me finish this job, or let me move here, or let me do this, and then I'll be available. The way that you insulate yourself from that type of dynamic is to find people who are ready. If somebody's not ready, you drop them. If somebody's not ready for you, you do not wait. You just say, if you're not ready, I'm going to find somebody else, and you hit me up when you're ready. And if I'm still single, we can make it work. But you don't let somebody make you a prisoner of hope. A lot of times, emotionally unavailable people just trap us in a prison of hope. And we stay there in anxiety, in a state of anxiety, in a state of emotional pain, waiting for them to come and relieve you with their validation. You validate yourself by making the decision, I am not going to chase this person. If this person is not ready for me, if this person is not completely available to me, I'm going to find someone who's available. You find someone with an open schedule for you. You don't go after somebody who has a closed schedule and try to make space for yourself, right? You just don't do, you're asking for trouble, goddammit, right? And the next one is your ego. Like, understand, your ego is really an accumulation of reactions, sadness, frustration, that's mixed in with thoughts that are associated to those emotions, right? And the way to, so you say to yourself, I'm a confident person. And there's an emotion of confidence, an emotion of pride. That's the ego. And that pride comes with a thought. I am this person. I am this. Somebody rejects you, or somebody's not available. That pride turns into shame and the fear of losing status. Now, all of a sudden, the ego's hurt. Now the ego cries, I need to get the status again. I need to feel good. And so those thoughts, I need to get this person back. Why do they like me? Come, not because that's who you are, but because the emotion creates that thought. If you change the emotion, the thoughts will change their frequency. So if you when you're calm, you usually think of calm words, calm thoughts. When you're agitated and stressed, you usually think of similar thoughts that come from a vibration of agitation and stress. And so your ego doesn't want you to recognize that that's how it functions. It's really not a person. It's really just a bundle of reactions. And if you understand that, you'll realize that time and awareness disintegrates the ego. For example, when you're mad at someone and you sleep on it, and then you wake up and then you say, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna kill him, right? You wake up and all of a sudden the emotion changed. You created space. You fell asleep. You were in a state of no mind. The emotions disintegrated a little bit. They jumbled up because that's what time does to emotion. The ego gets lessons, and then you wake up and think rational thoughts. The problem is that inconsistency and people breaking promises inflames the ego because it makes it feel insecure. What you want to do then is learn to massage those emotions and and realize that your attraction to this person is just an illusion. The same illusion that people have when they're angry and they want to hit someone and they know that it's just an emotion, and you back off and you don't give it a reality. And maybe you sleep on it and you wake up the next day and you say, Good thing I didn't do that. Can't you see how those emotions, if they're strong enough, they literally possess your body and take over your thoughts and behavior? When you give it space, it might feel like you like this person, but given it space, you're gonna slowly start, the fog of emotions is gonna clear, and all of a sudden you're gonna see the sunshine and say, oh, it's just that my ego was hurt. And if I just give it time, I'll get over it and it won't hurt. But if you keep feeding it and chasing this person, chasing, all of a sudden, by you identifying it and giving it so much energy, it's going to become more solid. Like it starts off as a hologram, it becomes more solid and it feels real, so you act on it. So what I want you to do is just give people who are unavailable, don't give them time of day, leave them. You're going to get over them quicker than you realize. Don't react to the emotion by acting on it. What I want you to do is just observe the emotion. I talk a lot about this in my upcoming course, Emotional Mastery. Just observe the emotion. Feel the emotion. Just feel it. Bring all of your attention to the emotion. When you meditate, just feel. Feel how it feels. Look around the emotion. Go under the emotion. Locate where the emotion is. And just explore it. From up, down, and notice how maybe it's vibrating here. Or maybe you say, do I feel my emotion here? Observe if you feel any emotion there. No? Okay. Now, can you feel the emotion in your hands? What's the difference between the empty feeling you feel inside of your hand and the feeling where the emotion is? Notice the difference. Just explore, like an explorer exploring a dark cave. Just explore. Don't let the feeling turn into thinking. Right? If you keep doing that, you'll realize, oh, it's just tension here. And maybe you feel the butterflies. You realize, oh, it's just blood rushing into my heart. That's just blood. Oh, wow, how does that feeling of like when you feel like somebody hit you in the gut of your stomach, how does that feel like? You're like, oh, it's just a sensation. Feel it from within. Feel what it feels like. This side of the emotion. How about that side? How about the top part? How about the short part? Or where does it stop radiating? Just make that your meditation. And bring so much focus on that. And don't let the feeling turn into thinking. And if it does, just say, okay, what kind of thoughts is this emotion producing? Oh, it's making me think about that dude. Or it's making me think about that girl. Wow, that's so interesting. You just observe. You're like, oh, wow. Oh, wow, look at this. And you'll realize that you don't really like this person. It's just that you've always felt this anxiety. You've always felt it. And you have to understand the way the brain works is that it always repurposes emotion. You're never going to feel, if the feeling of depression is not inside of you, you're never going to feel it. But if there's a feeling of depression, what the body does is that it looks for occasions that says, okay, maybe this is the moment to feel depressed. And so that emotion that you usually don't feel gets into the surface of your consciousness, and then you feel depression. But the truth is that depression was always there. And if you never paid attention to it, or if you never felt it, and then you feel it, that's when it's going to be at the strongest. But if you just let yourself feel, like through the strategies that I talk to you, and just feel it, over time, just like anything, the more you're exposed to something, exposure therapy, the less you feel it. But just don't turn away from it. Don't look away. Look at it. Keep feeling it. And then you're going to stop associating that person with the emotion. And you realize that in reality, it's like when you think about the people who you were in love before. You're like, why did I love them? It's the same illusion. It's like, just give it time. Keep seeing it. And you realize that in reality, you don't really like this person. It's just that those emotions are so intense and they're looking for ways to express themselves that if somebody hurts us, the trauma that you felt in the past that maybe came from your childhood, it's going to be repurposed for the rejection that you had from this person that rejected you. It's just repurposed. It's nothing new. It's always inside of you. And the way to heal that is just to feel it. Just feel it. Understand the feeling. Like yesterday I was meditating and I got in this fucking crazy Zen state where I was just like feeling like, I was like, oh my God, this anxiety that I feel is so crazy. I was almost like holding it and just looking at it. And it was almost, and then I heard thoughts come from it. Oh, I cannot wait for this day. Like it's about the future. I'm having a trip. I'm like, oh, and I was feeling anxiety, right? And I was like, oh my God, look at the thoughts that it's creating. But it was crazy because I've sensed that I was just this observer, observing this emotion. And I noticed how this emotion was making me see the world like shitty. You know, when you're sad and you can't see the sunshine anymore, you're sad and you can't see the beauty of this world. I was like, oh my God, it's completely tinting my ability to see beauty. And so I was like, oh my God, that's so interesting. I was just observing and observing. And then without me even knowing it, I was in a state of complete peace. And the ego slowly died away until it resurfaces. But the next time it resurfaces, it doesn't come with as much strength. And that's how you do it, people. Right? You never really like the person a lot of the times when they're unavailable. You're just having a projection and you think you like this person when in reality, it's just your ego. You know? And just that's why you should never chase people who are emotionally unavailable. Pull away. Don't go after them. It's just your trauma making you think you like this person. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.